Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. And this is going to be my third ever vlog. Again, if there's anything I need to fix in these to do better, I appreciate any uh, commentary on ways I can get better at this. But anyway, it's almost been a week. I went to go see Evanescence and Spiritbox at Jones Beach Theater on Long Island, New York, last Wednesday. It's Monday night. So it's been a bit. Um, but I haven't had a chance to record anything, right? Just been busy. I'm going on vacation soon, so it's a lot of things going on, a little hectic. Anyway, yeah, Evanescence and Spiritbox. I'll get into my familiarity with the two bands. I'll tell you a little bit about the trip. There'll be some videos, some pictures. If anyone's not familiar with Jones Beach Theater on Long Island, you're in for a treat because it's a gorgeous venue, and I got some good videos and good pictures. And yeah, there's I'll time stamp the chapters, the different sections of this as it goes along if you guys want to skip through. But yeah, let's get through it. So yeah, I am a full-time working adult. So I could not leave earlier and leave early from work. Vacation days are a lot when you have kids and stuff, you know. So I got home probably around 5:30. Me and my wife got something to eat quick, and we headed down to the Jones Beach Theater, which is about a 30-minute drive away. We wound up missing all of Nova Twins. I kind of wanted to see Nova Twins, but I wasn't like the most upset person in the world for missing them. I really liked one of their songs, but other than that, it's not really something I was super fond of when I was checking out, so it wasn't a big deal to me. But yeah, Jones Beach Theater is 30 minutes away, so Long Island has like I said, if you've never been, Long Island has a pretty cool setup, where the south shore of Long Island is like a one strip of beaches, right? That's just attached by two bridges, really. But anyway, we drive down what was called the Robin Woods Causeway, which is it gives you a beautiful view of the bay and the ocean, which is I actually take that to work every day. It's a great ride because there's not a lot of traffic. So I just kind of just set cruise control and just go. It's pretty nice. So yeah, we took the drive. Driving down the beach, we passed on the Ocean Parkway, which is literally a parkway that just extends along all these different beaches. We passed the Gilgo Beach, where the Gilgo Beach killer killed people. You know, if you're into serial killer documentaries and stories, that's pretty big on Long Island. I'm not, but my wife is a huge person, so she was taking all the pictures. Like, yeah, tell your vlog people about this. Yeah. Oh, there it is, Mel. There it is. That's all I'm gonna go into it. But yeah, Jones Beach Theater is right on the beach, right? So you're gonna see in the pictures, but the like the shell where the audience sits, right? It's kind of like looking out at the Atlantic Ocean. And the stage is like in front of the Atlantic Ocean, but there's also the Ocean Parkway, which you'll see in the pictures. But so I've been to Jones Beach Theater tons of times, and I will list maybe on the side a bunch of the bands that I've been to see, but they range anywhere from like Linkin Park, My Chemical Romance, Blink-182, way back to actually the first time I ever went. My parents brought me. There used to be a little playground next to the venue, like in the parking lot. I don't know if it's still there because they did some construction and we didn't pass where it used to be, so I'm not sure if it's still there. But my parents like brought me and like had me play in the playground when I was like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old, something like that. While the Beach Boys were playing, and you could like hear, you know, it's an open air space, so you're just able to hear the songs while we were just hanging out. And then you don't have to pay for parking there. So you know, it's just like free music pretty much. But yeah, Jones Beach, like I said, the theater is on the bay. There's the seating and the stage in front of the seating, but like to both sides of the stage is just water. Like basically water surrounds the entire like left side of the stage, right side of the stage, back of the stage. It's all like the bay. So sometimes there's actually some like boats that like just chill and like listen to the music while they're just there. They don't have to pay for tickets. They just, you know, have a boat. Pretty cool. But yeah, they've made upgrades to the venue, and I don't remember like inside of the venue like what upgrades they made, and I was trying to think like if they set up the stage differently, because you can't really do this from the stage now, but there was a show a while back. I think it was maybe Nickelback I went to go see when I was younger, and Papa Roach was one of the bands opening, and Jacoby Shaddix, the lead singer of Papa Roach, literally just dove off the stage into the water like mid-set. Like he was singing, he put the mic down, just dove into the water. Like came up the back, ran up for the stage, and was like, "Yeah." It's a pretty cool space. We got a gorgeous night. It's been like really like the weather on Long Island's been crazy, so sometimes it's like been really really hot. Sometimes it's been really really chilly. Went to a concert on June 11th in New York City, and it was super hot, like scorching hot. So this was like a really really nice like just change of pace for me. Oh yeah, we got to the venue, and they made a lot of upgrades. I took some videos when you walk into this the area. They have a lot of like almost like beer garden vibes. You know, some cornhole, some picnic tables. It's pretty cool there. When I was growing up and going there all the time, they didn't used to have that, but now I used to go there all the time, but this is my first show there probably in like 3 or 4 years. So even in that time, they've made tons of upgrades. We got to our seats right like one song into Spiritbox's set. So we missed the first song, but we kind of heard the song as we were getting to our seats. And then yeah, we were in the like upper deck, but the first row of the upper deck. So there's like no one in front of us. Just railing, which is pretty cool. It was a little far from the stage to get good video, but clear shot. Really, the only interference I had was people just walking back and forth because there was like the pathway in front of us to get to different sections. Spiritbox sounded incredible. My history with Spiritbox is I know a few songs. As much as like Spiritbox is a huge band, they're not always to my taste. Like the set that we heard, I think I liked like about half the songs. Their heavier stuff just isn't always for me. And you know, I like screaming. Sometimes their screaming is just a little much for me. I think that's all like the only way I could put it. But like, you know, Circle With Me is my favorite song by them. I got to hear that. Jaded is another one I really liked. Keep Sweet is another one I really liked. They played more of their melodic stuff though, so that helped me like vibe with their set pretty well. Yeah, but it was like it was funny because like the view was so gorgeous. Like it was a gorgeous night. It's on the beach, you know. We got like birds like swooping in and flying. It looks like really graceful. And then Spiritbox is just like it was like just very contrasting things. My wife was like, "Oh, that bird like flew past," and was like, "Nah, fuck that," and turned around. Yeah. Then Spiritbox finished their set. They were great. Courtney was amazing. Band just despite the fact that I don't love their stuff, like, so I don't love Soft Spine, even though it's probably one of their most popular songs. Probably next to Circle with Me, maybe. Um, but like it sounded fantastic. Everything, the screams, the instrumentals, the drums, it sounded phenomenal. I could appreciate it, even though it's not like my taste, Um, and then we got Evanescence, right? And my history with Evanescence is probably like a lot of people my age. Um, Fuse, found Bring Me to Life and My Immortal on Fuse. I was like, this is incredible. It wasn't, you couldn't just get albums back then, or you couldn't just go on Spotify and find the album back then. So I never really listened to anything that wasn't a single from them until like way, way, way later. But then, Call Me When You're Sober came out. Did they have any other singles from the Open Door? I don't remember. Maybe Lithium? Was Lithium a single? I don't remember. Um, but I knew, the singles from that album. And I think it might not have been. I could be wrong, because who knows my memory. But I think it wasn't until they released their third album, the self-titled album, that I went back and was like, I should listen to all of their stuff. So that's what I did. I went back and I listened to all of Fallen and all the Open Door, and then I had now Evanescence 3. Evanescence, do you call it Evanescence 3? I don't know what they call it, but the self-titled album. Or maybe I just missed the tour after the self-titled came out. And then it wasn't until they were doing, I think it was called the Synthesis Tour, right? Where it was Amy with the full orchestra and not really the band. And me, my brother, and my wife went to go, she wasn't my wife then, but we went to go see it in Brooklyn. And it was incredible. And it was incredible because Amy Lee is probably my favorite female vocalist. People have different opinions on what that might be, but she's probably my favorite female vocalist. She's probably right up there, like, in all vocalists, like, top. I'm not doing the math in my head, but she's probably top. So I was really, coming out of that show, I was really like, man, I need to see them like live. And they have like a really they do like a really slow cycle, or they used to do a really slow cycle of like coming around, unless maybe I was just like not following them as well. I don't remember. My memory is iffy on this. But then I kind of went through a funk after that where I kind of fell out of listening to rock music, which probably happened right around when Chester of Linkin Park passed away. I kind of like, all the music I was listening to was bands I listened to as a kid that was like on their, fifth, sixth album. Rock had kind of like fallen out in popularity, so a lot of my friends didn't really listen to rock anymore, or like new rock anymore. And I'm always looking for new music, so it was hard to like, connect with people on music. Part of the reason I started a YouTube channel is to reconnect with people about this type of stuff. But I missed Evanescence's album After Synthesis. I didn't listen to it at all. I might have heard like the first single when it came out. I was like, oh, this is cool, and just never, because I was listening to a lot of like country music back then. And throwing an Evanescence song onto a country playlist doesn't really flow right. So I listened to it once or twice, but I never really like went into the album. And then it was a few years ago where I got back into rock and I started going through stuff, and I went through like all of Evanescence's stuff again. But yeah, now we're to this show. This show, Evanescence, and I did an album reaction, right, to Sanctuary, right? And I kind of peeked at the set list, so I knew what was coming. I knew what to expect. I was at the show with my wife and 3 of my friends. We, like I said, we had like center stage, top top section, like with the front row, right in the middle. It's a good view. You'll see some of the video footage later. And you know, we start the Evanescence comes out. The show starts. They have this really cool like light up platform. At least it looked like a light up platform. Maybe it was a projector. No. It had to be a light up because there would have been shadows. I don't know. It looked really cool. Like across the middle of the stage. So like they had like a platform and the drums in the middle, and then like a ramp down, or it looked like a ramp down from an angle, and that whole ramp was like a big screen or a big light across the middle of the stage. Looked really cool. And they started with Sanctuary, and literally as soon as Amy Lee starts singing, it was like I don't know if I should have doubted it, but I was like, is she gonna sound as good as she sounded like almost 10 years ago when I saw her? And yeah, the answer was yes. She sounded just as good. She sounds incredible. I feel like I've heard some like live stuff and fan cam stuff or something like that, and I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe the audio's bad. The audio is bad. The audio in those if you think that she doesn't sound good, the audio in the camera is bad, because she sounded phenomenal. She sounded better than the record. I don't know how she does it. She sounded insane. Like, especially like following up Courtney. I know Courtney is like a vocalist that people like love. This is my first time seeing Spiritbox, but and she sounded great. Courtney sounded great, but I don't mean this in any like disrespectful way to Courtney. Amy's tone and like power in her voice, not screams for Courtney, like the power in Amy's voice just blew it out of the water, and not like a disrespectful way. It's just Amy's just that good. Yeah, as soon as Sanctuary started, like I said, Amy's voice, boom, is amazing. The band sounded incredible. And then we go to Tell Me When You've Had Enough. The guitars sounded like chef's kiss. They were so good. Then we got the Afterlife. Afterlife sounded incredible. You know, Afterlife is one of those songs. It was like Evanescence is back, and it was like, yeah, okay, when's the next single? And it was almost a year. But yeah, Afterlife was great. Rapture was one of the songs, I think the one song on the album I was like kind of mad on. I kind of dug it live. I don't know what it was about the guitar tone on that song, but it was like really like it had like a presence to it. It was like, it felt like big. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not like a sound guy or a music guy really. I'm just the guy that listens to music, you know. But there was something about it. It was like, ooh, that like it felt different in like a good way. I will say, like, I don't think the like the turntable bridge part, like the DJ part, like hit as well live as it does on the album. That was one of my favorite parts of that song on the album. When it hits that, it was like, it kind of sounded cool. It didn't have the same oomph that it did live. That's the one thing I'll say about that. Then Going Under, you know, my wife like had like a whole conniption because that's like her favorite song. Killed it, you know. Then Lithium, they moved the piano onto the stage so quickly that I was expecting Lithium, but like Going Under ends, and I was like, okay, it's gonna take them a second to get the piano on the stage, and all of a sudden the piano starts playing. I was like, that was I know it's like on wheels and stuff, and they just roll it out, but it still felt so quick. And then Like You, then now I saw this on the set list, and I looked, I was like, I don't even remember this song, but it's on the Open Door, and the reason maybe it didn't ring a bell to me it was so like I don't want to say unpopular, but they had never played it on tour before. Before this tour, they had never played it. And this is the 20th anniversary. This year is the 20th anniversary of the Open Door. So they decided we're going to play the one song that we never played before live. We're going to play it live on this tour. It's like in recognition of that. So that was really cool. And then right after that, Self-Destruct, which was my favorite non-single on the new album, and it was freaking awesome. I remember I was like, I told my wife, because my wife had heard a few songs from the new album, but not all of them. And I turned to my wife, I was like, this song is gonna be freaking awesome. And like once the guitars hit, she was like, hell yeah. Yeah, then next, Calm Down. And Calm Down was cool. It's a cool song, I love the song. But they had the fire, and I think I saw one of the shows on the one of the other shows on the tour, the fire kind of like lit up one of the curtains, and they had like a moment. But they had the flames all around. I think I took a video of this, so you might see it. But they had the flames all around the stage. But because we're on the beach and there's wind, the flames in the front kept like blowing out every time the wind would blow, which is funny. And then for like the bridge section, they had two guitarists. I don't know band members' names besides Amy Lee and Emma, the bassist. But the two guitarists went back to the platforms next to the drums, and I didn't even realize, but they were hydraulic lifts, and both the guitarists and the drums like lifted up during that section of Calm Down. That was wicked. I think I got some of that on camera. I don't remember. I should have looked at the camera footage before I recorded this, apparently. Yeah, then next was Call Me When You're Sober, which was a banger, always. I liked how they had like just a keyboard up front on like next to one of the mics. So like for some of those songs where you just like there's just a keyboard section here or there, and you could just run up to the mic and sing and do the intro or whatever, and then go back to rocking out. And Beautiful Lie, then Wasted on You, which is one of the songs from that album that I only listened to like once. And then Forever Without You. Now, I recorded a lot of that performance because, you know, I knew it's like an emotional song. And Amy, well, before I even got to that, I was like, to my wife, I was like, Mel, this song is like, you're gonna freak out over this song. This song is incredible. And she starts out which I felt like helped hype it up. So thank you, Amy, for helping hype the song up to my wife. Amy starts it out by giving like a speech, talking about like how the song's really personal and kind of going into the meaning of the song, which like you could hear her getting emotional while that was happening. And then she just, you know, rips that song. Oh my god. Again, it was like, yeah, like I said, her voice sounded so good, but you're always like, will she hit this live? Will it sound as good live? Yes, it sounded better. It sounded so good. I can't explain. I can't like. Go see them live. Go see them live. It will be worth it. My two friends were all three of my friends really that were there behind me. Were there for Spiritbox. They liked Evanescence from like back in the day, but they were there for Spiritbox, and like we're like 3 or 4 songs into Evanescence's set, and they were like, "Oh my god, she sounds so good live. How does she sound so good live? Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Yeah, cause she's fucking Amy Lee." Anyway, Forever Without You, it's just. Yeah, cried like a baby, right? Like, how could you not? It was so powerful. It was so emotional. Yeah. And then, like, literally the song ends, everyone cheers, lights go out, and the piano to bring me to life starts. I was like, give me just a second to breathe, man. Oh, I'm still like my tears in my eyes, like my face is all wet. I'm like trying to like wipe it off, and all of a sudden the boom 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 boom. Don't pay attention to my melodies. I can't do melodies, but like that the iconic piano starts, and I'm like, oh fuck, I have to like get to this energy level now. Whew. Intense. Oh. Anyway, after Bring Me to Life, they did Imaginary. I don't know if Imaginary. I've been like trying to like dive deeper recently into like more of the history of Evanescence. I kind of I found some like old video footage of like old concerts, like even before they were Evanescence. Was it before they were Evanescence? It was before Fallen came out. It was just Amy and like somebody that she knew singing backup vocals, and I forgot the guitarist's name. Ben I think was on the guitar for that. But I've started getting into like checking out some of their history. I watched like some of their old Pink Pop shows, and other videos. I'm trying to learn more about them, like the stuff that I didn't know when I was younger. So I don't know if like Imaginary had like a big significance. But of the songs on Fallen, I kind of wish they picked a different one. It's not my favorite. It's a good song, but there's other songs I prefer. I even would have preferred, because like it's the first like full Evanescence album I listened to. I kind of wish they played something from the self-titled album. They didn't play anything from it. But you know, I'm not gonna be that upset. Like, we heard pretty much the entire new album. We heard Bring Me to Life. We heard you know, Going Under. We heard Coming On Your Silver. We got some special performances, so that was really cool. Anyway, next was Better Without You. Like I said, I only listened to The Bitter Truth a few times, the album. Better Without You I have to listen to more. I remember like thinking it's a good song, but like unless the live just hit that much better. But it was a really like awesome. It's an awesome song. I need to listen to that more. Then we got About Us, and then we got Fight Like a Girl, which is what is it that Evanescence does with K-Fly. But Courtney came out to do that with her, so it was the two of them like duetting. And then during the bridge, but like Nova Quint Twins came out and did like that section of the song, and then they were all singing like the last chorus again. That was pretty epic. And then we got Who Will You Follow, which is my favorite song from the new album. Probably a top Evanescence song for me. I really like that song. And then we got My Immortal, which, you know, one of the greatest songs of all time. Just saying. And then they close with Wide Open Heart. I thought it was a weird choice to close with that. There's probably a significance to that, but I thought I would consider Wide Open Heart one of the weaker songs on the album. I think it would have been cooler to finish with, like, I don't know, Bring Me to Life or Going Under, or, you know, Calling On Your Silver, if I don't know, something like that. But regardless, it was a fantastic show. Amy is incredible. You really, there's other things that you're gonna get out of going to the show, but if you just want to see, if you just love Amy Lee's voice, just go to the show, because you're gonna be wowed, you're gonna be amazed, and it's gonna like make you feel things. I will say, other things about the show. Emma, bassist. she had so many backing vocals. When I listened to the album, there were parts where like there's multiple voices, and I kind of just assumed, because I don't think they had another female vocalist. I just always assumed that the other vocals were just like Amy tracking other vocal melodies that like they'd put on the backtrack that she'd like sing up against. I didn't realize Emma does like all of them, and they were amazing. Somebody told me that in the comments, and I was like, oh cool, but like seeing it live, I was like, oh shit, like this is a lot of them, and like she matches Amy's tone really well. So that was pretty cool, like, cause like it was basically Amy's mic and her mic up front, and all the two guitarists were like going all around the stage, but she was pretty much up front on the mic pretty much almost the whole show. And then I gotta say, because I haven't really talked about this entire time, Amy's amazing. Amy's incredible. Amy's the best. Emma was doing great things with the vocals, right? And of course being an awesome bassist. But Will Hunt, the drummer, I had to look up his name because I was like, I can't disrespect you and not say your name. He's so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. I think I called out like a lot of times on the album how much I love the drumming. But watching his drum, and he's got the long hair and it's like flying around, and he's like hands are like all over the place. Oh my god, he's so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. I love watching a great drummer. And yeah, Amy's the GOAT. Now I've seen Evanescence with the full band. Hell yeah, it was a great show. It was a great show. Yeah, if you were there, let me know how you feel. If you saw them somewhere else, let me know how your experience was. I can't wait till they go on tour again. I want to see them again. I hope they come out with another album. They kind of have like a really extended like cycle between albums and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say it's when you're in your 40s you give up on being a band, but it's to the point where like maybe you want to like start the next chapter of your life, do things a little differently. So I do hope we keep getting more Evanescence. I hope we get another album. I hope we get more tours, and I hope I get to see them again. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I don't know when I'm getting to another concert, but I do a lot of reaction videos if you were unfamiliar. And yeah, here's some concert footage. I have Spiritbox, I have Evanescence. I will bookmark songs if you want to go to specific songs. I don't think I recorded any full song. It was mostly either a chorus or the beginning of the song to the end of the first chorus. That's what I like to do, but I also don't like to record too much because I like to experience the show. But I think between me and my wife, we probably got almost every song, or parts of every song. So yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, and I was Matt. See you next time.
once you hear the strength inside, it isn't over. This is for the ones who rise against your violence. It isn't over. Am I strong enough to believe? 'Cause I can see you, but I can feel you there. Sanctuary, no one's coming to save us, 'cause it's scary. I'm with you all the way down. Change my pain now. We are. just like into tomorrow. I hear the violence coming to it's on. You build your walls again, again. You hide down to finally meet you in the not afraid to hold on to your hand this time. I'll save myself. Maybe I'll wake up once, and I'm tormented daily, just feeling my own. Just when I thought my dreams were I wanna stay in love with my soul. I wanna let it go. It's a battle made this just didn't dream enough to see you without you. I don't want to Can't you see the signs, blood lights, nobody no peace. Don't believe your eyes, you're sick like me. You want my advice, no shame, don't look away now. We all have a right to play, so take the stage. This is my self-destruct. Thank you. So, okay. So this next song is very personal to me. It's about my life and my journey getting here. But the more I go through life, the more I realize how many people have been through something really similar. So, if something that I say in this story that I'm about to tell you, in the song that I'm about to sing, if you hear something that speaks to you in a way that you think, I've been there, or I am there, or if you're ever there in the future, I just want to say, first of all, never regret love. You're not bad, you're not stupid for loving somebody, but you don't have to stay. And as terrifying and impossible it may seem to take that first step out the door of a bad situation, I'm telling you from my own life experience, I promise you, it's infinitely better on the other side. I've been running away from the source of light. This is the last year of fun. This is the last of it all. We always knew we were damned. I knew the moment you touched my hand, there was too much fire to hold, and no one else would understand. Running out of control and screaming till we couldn't breathe. Crawling into your soul was the only way to save me. But I lost my mind. Thought I'd fall forever without you. Turns out forever without you is good for me. Wake me up inside, wake me up inside, call my name and say it's wrong. I just want you to know when I say I love you, I mean I love you. This city has given me so much. I love you with all my heart. I know we're not technically in the city right now, but it counts. Okay? I know a lot of you drove here. You drove here. Okay, you rode something here. I want to take this moment to give a huge, huge thank you to our incredible crew who put this amazing show together with us. And I want to give it up for my band. We've been through a lot together, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I love you guys so much. Not to mention one more time, you guys. Thank you for sharing your lives with us. Thank you for sharing your pain, your joy, your sorrow. This is a place where we get to let all that out. Thank you for giving it to us. Thank you for giving it to me. All right, sing it with me. I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you're after me, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These walls don't seem to heal, and this pain is just too real, and there's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I fight away all of your fears. And I have through all of these years, but you stay.